thing we would want to watch as Kenyans is a debate that does not go personal. Yes, I'm hoping they will focus very objectively on the issues that are affecting Kenya, the economic issues that are really affecting Kenya, and how you will ensure you are going to deal with corruption so that you're able to pay the debt that we always talk about, but also how will you ensure that Kenyans can enjoy your leadership across board, regardless of whether they voted for you or they did not vote for you. How are you going to ensure that as a country we are moving in peace? Because everyone, even the businessmen, every investor right now is looking at Kenya and saying, we want to see a country that moves to its next transition, but in a very peaceful way.
Okay.
How are we going to ensure that this will be an office that will respect that you're in the presidency, that you are going to show Kenyans you are able to tolerate each other, and yes, you can disagree, but you don't need to disagree on TV or to Kenyans or shout or do all those things. Have to talk, I mean, they have to prove to us 100%. How are you going to tell us Kenyans that you're not coming into government again to start business, to start entrepreneurs, you know? Because this is what has killed this Jubilee government. This is what has brought them to the conflict they have today, because of business, because they lost focus and they decided each of them will do business in government and make their money. But this is where we are. We will hate to have another government that does that. But in terms of now managing, and I'll tell Didmas, I think to give a portfolio, doesn't matter whether it's for justice or whatever, but I think it's important. I think it tones down the conflict that we have seen. It gives you a portfolio to do, and it's not just for the deputy president, but I'm hoping also the governors, we are going to give their deputy governors a portfolio to manage, so that you don't get into a competition.
A portfolio that isn't anywhere specified within the Constitution.
Government, you don't need, you remember, government creates policies, and the Constitution allows you to create different departments, different structures, as long as they are within your government. And so there's nothing wrong. The only thing you can't create is a 25th ministry. You can't do that. But you can decide within what the Constitution has given you to create one of the CSs to be a CS of justice. And you can decide you're not employing another one, but your deputy or whoever can run that ministry. So I don't think there's anything wrong. I mean, I think Kenyans did not cast the Constitution to say that we have decided. That they gave us principles. You work within those principles.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Ojwang.
Yeah, I think it will be an interesting debate. Senior Martha Karua is probably facing the most difficult task she has ever done in life. How you are going to prosecute the government that is endorsing you and giving you the ticket. Like you said, President Uhuru is the chair of Azimio. And President Uhuru have outrightly come out to say, I'm the one who have scouted for this talent in fighting corruption. Given my record in fighting corruption, I have spotted Martha Karua talent, and I have a ear to fight corruption. So I wish her the best because I respect her a lot, but it's a very difficult work to do, especially to bite the hand, kind of, as they will say. I also think that, of course, you know that Martha Karua's senior counsel's role is to help Azimio path to victory through Mount Kenya. Another, as Mokua was saying, another acumen task, because handshake was to be the barter trade. We shake hands, you give me Mount Kenya. And boy, did that backfire. So to what extent is she able to bring in Mount Kenya votes and make the dwindling fortune actually sell? She And therefore, I hope they will talk about their different clear path to victory. Martha Karua's record is known. She has done great things for this country. As anybody else, she has also failed in a few. Gachagua's record is less known. Even myself, who have met him, I will find and think more of Martha than him, to be honest. Because of the legal fraternity, and because I come from a region that like activists. But you see, Mount Kenya, it is not Matiba who became the president, it's Kibaki. Matiba was the activist, the good guy, and was very famous for us in Luoland, for the Western people, because we like those kind of people. But Mount Kenya, fortunately or unfortunately, like economists. So they came with Kibaki. It is Nani who was jailed, but it is President Kenyatta who became the president. So that is why we are not seeing much. You had a question.
But let me bring in some numbers here, and I know the criticism that comes with the opinion polls that we've seen in the recent days. But the latest recent opinion poll by TIFA talks about satisfaction of the choice of running mates of either side of the political divide. 90% of those supporting Raila Odinga said they were very satisfied with that choice, while 67% of Ruto's supporters said they're satisfied with the selection of, that is, Rigathi Gachagua. And of course, they're talking about, let me get more numbers here. So, and this is on a general view. So, the ticket between Raila Odinga and Martha Karua enjoying at least a 42% support across the country.
42%.
And then you have the other team, 39%.
39%. 42 and 39%. You know, there's
20 days to the election.
Right. There's a book I read called Damn Lies and Statistics. Of course, as we sing in Adventist Church, prone to wonder, Lord, I feel it. That there is nothing there. In fact, I got what the TIFA was going to do 2 weeks before they did it. I gave some bloggers and they tweeted about it. And they came with the exact numbers. And we know what they will bring next. So it is a desperate measure. I can tell you for sure that nobody, it's the same polls that ODM believed to give some tickets to their candidates who are now suffering. They remember they didn't do nomination, so they said we have these polls that we have conducted, and you are ahead. But now all those candidates are facing serious headwind. So nobody's worried about the polls, nobody's worried about whatever. But the idea is that my former Prime Minister did not get what handshake promised, which was Mount Kenya. And that is unfortunate. And whether now Martha Karua can deliver that Mount Kenya is the issue. But again, I was just saying that as a lawyer, as people from our region, we get excited with the reforms, with the activism, with citing of the Constitution. It's beautiful.
But so are you saying the opinion polls are not a true reflection of what is on the ground?
Far from it, I can tell you for sure. And each party, in fact, what media could do, if you could do it, and
we have conducted opinion polls, of course, as well.
Yeah. I don't want to get into...
By contracting outside opinion pollsters.
Well, you know very well that in Kenya at this point, if you met somebody in the street and ask him, are you partisan? Then you are asking a question that does not make sense. We are all partisan at this point. Whether we are in the TV set, whether we are nation media, whether we are KTN, and that is obvious. People use the air channel, people use the government resources to perpetuate their interests. There are those polls, and that is why it reminded me of my book, Damn Lies and Statistics, that there is nothing far off